crazy young guy, to prove his bravery, jumped into the cement. This scared the doctor who came, because I've never seen such a patient before, except for his left foot, head, and the trembling right hand. The rest was packed up with cement. The boy begged the doctor to save himself. While outside the house, 4 young people were talking and laughing. They didn't care about Das Hong. The doctor found out that they were the ones who encouraged Dazuing, so he blamed them. As a result, several people said, "The 4 of us are friends. He is not our friend." This made the doctor very angry, because several people watched Das Hong trapped for 4 hours before choosing to call the police. After a whole 10 minutes, Erzui still did not know how to rescue Dazuing. The police next to the proposal, UC4, to blow up the cement. This idea was stopped by Erqui. Erqui's reaction made Dazuing realize the seriousness of the matter. He started to cry in fear. She hurriedly comforted Dazuing, because the cement was absorbing water from his body. If he cried any longer, he might get his lunch at any time. When Dazuing heard this, immediately withdrew his tears, because the matter was too difficult. The hospital bosses rushed over. After their in-depth study, Dazuing was not only in danger of dehydration, he might also suffer from poisoning and bone necrosis. But which part to be saved first? This question, several doctors had different opinions. Someone said, "Now the cement is shrinking. If we do not operate, then the limbs will not be saved." Erqui said, "Without the limbs, Das Hong can still live, but without the liver, she will definitely die, because the toxins in the soil is eating away at Dazuing's liver." Seeing several people arguing and arguing, the boss said, "Since Das Hong jumped into the cement, it's been 4 hours. If we waste any more time, then Das Hong will get his lunchbox." Then several people did not argue. Immediately take action. Doctor with hammer in left hand, cone in the right hand. 4040s began to slip up the seam. In less than a few minutes, Das Hong's other hand leaked out. On the other hand, they also kept pouring vinegar into the stone to reduce the burning in the skin caused by the cement. The doctor was still carefully picking at the stitches. He was afraid of making any mistake and hurting Dazuing. Through chatting with Dazuing, we learned that Dazuing was willing to jump into the cement for a girl. He was willing to jump into the cement for a girl. At this moment, the doctor asked a question. "It's not the girl outside the house, is it?" Dazuing said yes, and, just now, the girl and her friend were laughing at Dazuing, and said that they were not even ordinary friends with him. This made Dazuing's heart instantly cooled half, thinking that he was such a failure in life. His emotions became out of control. Seeing this, Erqui hastily comforted Dazuing. After pouring another bowl of chicken soup, Dazuing slowly calmed down. Finally, Dazuing's leg also leaked out, but it had become very swollen. This is not the worst, as a piece of cement was removed. The edema of Dazuing's leg also became more and more serious. If this continues, Dazuing's leg would not be saved. There was no choice. The doctor had to pull his leg apart, drain the blood, to relieve the swelling. That's all. The tapping work continued. Erqui, who was always distracted, she felt like she had overlooked some details, but she couldn't remember. As the milk tea in her hand fell to the ground, she finally remembered what she had overlooked. It was her bladder. For several hours, the doctor kept rehydrating Dazuing. If we don't help him urinate soon, his bladder would explode. So without saying a word, Erqui hurriedly inserted a tube for Dazuing and started to urinate. Fortunately, except for the mud lump on Dazuing's chest, the rest were all successfully cleaned out. When Dazuing was relieved by this, Erqui leaked a serious expression. She told Dazuing, "When we removed the last piece of cement from his chest, the toxins of the cement might attack your heart through your blood. It will cause you to go into shock. Even your heart and breathing will stop. But please don't worry. We will do our best to restore your heartbeat, to save you successfully." So a few people counted down to 3. Take off the last piece of cement on Dazuing's body. As expected, Das Hong went into shock. After the last piece of cement was successfully taken down, Dazuing instantly went into shock. Time was running out. They lifted Dazuing onto the cart. Emergency rescue was carried out. The doctor went outside to call Xiaomei. Wanted Xiaomei to go into the house to stay with Dazuing. It turned out that, during the operation, Dazuing said his relationship with Xiaomei was not what Xiaomei said. They were not only good friends, they even almost got together. Seeing the doctor's serious expression, Xiaomei asked the doctor, "Is he okay?" The doctor said very bluntly, "He almost received a box lunch. It's because of you." Finally, Xiaomei also admitted the truth. Not to admit that Das Hong is her friend. It's all because of vanity. Looking at her friend, she kept laughing at Dazuing. Erqui still can't lose her face. "I can't go." The doctor did not understand. Is vanity really more important than a life? Fortunately, Gakui was successfully saved by her Kui. Just at that moment, Xiao Mei walked in. Yes, she let down her vanity. After stroking Dazuing's Stargate, kissed Dazuing a little. Seeing Dashong, who had gone through the ordeal, got his own happiness, the doctor also felt very happy for him. Until now, only now did Xiao Mei realize, so happiness is close to her. In contrast, she felt the hypocrisy of life. Living is so painful. And, after this experience, Dazuing also understood a truth. When you have status in other people's hearts, everything you do will be respected, but when others don't take you seriously, no matter how much you do, it is only a joke in the eyes of others.